Any questions on what I reviewed or on the advisor site itself?
So I have a question.
Yeah,
So what mistakes do you find like that agents make when trying to sell to business owners?
I think it's just agents want to feel like the expert and they may not be the expert. So bringing in someone who knows the tax information and like business structures, like our advanced solutions team sees these, whether it's a C corp, an S corp, and an LLC, and they know the ins and outs of it, maybe more than an agent would. So it's really just a lack of knowledge because they don't dive as deep into this stuff as our team does.
Gotcha. And one more question that I have. So
Mhm.
what are the biggest objections that business owners have when it comes to life insurance?
Yeah, the number one objection would be that they don't feel like they have enough capital to do this kind of plan. And so that's where I was saying that this is often done with businesses that are well established and have been around for a long time because they do have the capital that's needed for these plan types. And the plans can be a wide range of premium amounts. So if we're looking at a key person life insurance plan, that's a term policy that's probably not going to be a lot of premium, maybe a couple $100s a year. If we're looking at plans for funding a buy sell or for a deferred comp plan, those are the higher premium amount plans. But we can tweak them into whatever is needed for the budget and see what they're capable of with the money they do have to work with. And there can be benefits to the putting the money into life insurance on the tax side also. So it's important to look at it at their capital, what that money's doing now, and what that money could do within the life insurance vehicle.
And one more question that I have.
Hmm.
Do you have any proven scripts or sales questions that may help open the door for business planning?
Yeah, I do, and I can send those. We have a whole piece on the questions that can prompt these kinds of conversations.
So I'll give a few more minutes as questions start coming in. And as we wait for people to uh, do their questions, I have another question. So,
Hmm.
how do you build, as an agent, how do you build like immediate urgency
Yeah,
to
that's a
business
great
owners?
question. I think from asking those questions, like especially for protection planning, there is immediate urgency because you never know when something could happen. And so that is a way to build that urgency is that they should be protected because it's not predictable. So that's a good starting point is doing those protection plans. And then from there, it can be a launching pad into other opportunities. For the retirement type plans or using life insurance as an investment vehicle, we want to give that money time to grow. And so that's the urgency there is that if they have 10, 15 more years in the business, we want to start that as soon as we can so that the cash value of the policy can grow into something that can be meaningful distributions at the time of retirement. And if they start when they're younger, they're going to get a better life insurance rating with their age, and they can be super preferred. Like we don't know how long that level of health may be for them, so it can help them save a lot of money in the plans.
And are there any common case studies or industry specific examples that can help business owners better understand the value?
Yeah, I have a handful of those that I can send. Do you have a specific industry in mind?
Nope, just in general.
Yeah, yeah, we have them for we do a lot for like law offices and CPAs, and then we have an agriculture specific one because there can be some differences in how that works. I use a tech one quite a bit. We have it for a number of industries.
And David has a question. Can you send me your contact information? And that's from David in the chat.
Yeah, I'll send Christopher my contact information and all the marketing pieces, and he can share that with everybody on the call.
Looks like we may have another question coming in. And one question that I have, in your experience, what emotional or financial triggers make business owners take action?
It is almost always after they've seen something happen to someone else that it makes them realize that they need something in place. So it could be from a sudden death or a disability that they saw their friend or their family member need to manage these kinds of things and see what it's like if they didn't have protection in place, or uh, if they're suddenly looking at their like wills or uh, estates, that then they're looking at the tax issues and seeing just what needs to be sheltered and how that can play out. But like 9 times out of 10, it's because they saw someone else go through it or deal with these things, and then they realized they needed something.
I'll give a minute for any other questions. It doesn't look like there are any other questions. So thank you so much, Anna, for all that information.
Yeah, thank you for your time. And if other questions come up, feel free to reach out.